Express's adventure in the Seychelles continues on the island of Mahe. We join Caitlin at the local tea factory. Here in the cool mountain air of Mont Blanc, amid terrace upon terrace of tree plants, she discovered firsthand how Seychelles tea is made.
What happens here is we roll the leaf to extract the cell juices from the leaf. Then, this is the next process, which is fermentation. What is done here is that the tea gains color and flavor with time.
Tea production began in 1966, and the factory produces 5 different flavors of Selati, or Seychelles tea. The flagrant blends include vanilla, cinnamon, orange, mint, and lemon. Manufacturing is done on a small scale, and a visit is a unique experience. Caitlin was inspired to bake in celebration of this little tea factory.
Pravinga, thank you so much for showing me how you prepare your tea.
Pleasure.
Thank you. So now that I have the best tea in the Seychelles, I can't wait to try some. But what's a pot of tea without something delicious to enjoy it with? So let's go prepare something local.
But first, Caitlin finds another ingredient unique to the Seychelles. Takamaka rum is derived from the local organic sugarcane. It's run through a crusher to yield juice that is green in color and known as Vasu. Brewmaster David Bouillet explains the juice is then fermented for 4 to 5 days, and the sugar is changed to alcohol by the yeast. It's then distilled before being aged, blended, and flavored with coconut.
Smells amazing.
The different colors of the rum comes from the type of American oak barrel it spent time in before being bottled.
Now, this is very, very interesting because Takamaka Dark is based on how rum has been drank in the Seychelles for the past 200 years. People have been distilling rum here since they first arrived. But you've got to think 200 years ago, the quality of the alcohol wasn't particularly great. It was in homemade stills, it would have been full of different styles of alcohol, it would have been very, very heavy, and it would have been very bad for the head as well. It would give you a real stinking headache the next day. So what they used to do was really pack this rum spirit, which would have had a very harsh taste, with vanilla and caramel. They were surrounded by vanilla, they were surrounded by sugarcane, so they had the ingredients to really give the rum different flavors. They would also put cinnamon bark inside as well, which is where the spiced element comes to it. So this rum is based on that real traditional Seychelles spirit. And this is how, when you talk about rum in the Seychelles, this is what you get.
Ooh, I think this is the one. I've probably had one of the most aromatic days today, going from the aromas of the tea leaves at the tea factory to the Takamaka distillery, where they call it the spirit of the Seychelles. I'm going to be combining these 2 ingredients with one last local ingredient called cassava. Now, cassava has been grown on the island for over 200 years and is used as a staple. But this time, I'm going to be adding it to a chocolate cassava cake, which I'm going to sprinkle with the Takamaka rum. So what we're going to need is some cake flour, some Selati muscovado sugar, some nutmeg, got some corn flour, some lovely rich cocoa powder, baking powder, coconut, eggs, the grated cassava, coconut milk, butter, and some melted chocolate, which we're keeping over here in a bain-marie just to keep it melted. Okay, so we're going to start by adding our dry ingredients together. The cake flour, the spices, so in goes our nutmeg. Then we're going to add the cocoa powder for the rich chocolate flavor, some corn flour, the baking powder to make it rise a little bit, and then we're going to mix this together, and then we're going to set it aside. So in another bowl, we're going to cream our butter and our muscovado sugar together. Now, muscovado sugar has a really, really rich, deep flavor. It's also very moist, so this is what's going to give our cake that extra special moist texture. We're going to cream that together until it's light and fluffy. And then we're going to crack in our eggs one at a time. This is just to make sure that the egg gets emulsified in the butter and it doesn't split. And then comes the important ingredient, the cassava. Now, the cassava has been grated and soaked in water overnight, but obviously in South Africa we don't have cassava, so by all means use fresh coconut, grate it, and just pop that in the bowl. Okay, so that's going to go in with our coconut milk. And then we're going to add our melted chocolate. Preferably use dark chocolate because you want that really, really rich dark flavor. Then we're going to mix that all together And now we're going to gradually add the dry ingredients into the bowl. There's no fussing around here, it's literally just mixing. Then we're going to pop this into the cake tin. And this is going to bake at 180 degrees for about an hour. You still want it nice and moist, so don't overbake it. And there you go, nice and easy. And here we have a beautifully moist chocolate cake warm out of the oven. All it needs is a little takamaka rum. And if you want the recipe for this cake, then SMS the keyword Selati to 33728 to get the ingredients list and the shopping list.
Do you want to experience the magic of the Seychelles? SMS the keyword WIN to 33728 and stay tuned to Expresso for more details on the great holiday up for grabs. The sweetness lingers longer with Selati and Expresso.
Oh, it seems like Leanne and Caitlin had an absolute ball in the Seychelles. They went to the Seychelles.
They went to the Seychelles. Say it
Yes,
fast.
and they went to the Seychelles.
Faster.
No, why? So like you say, Caitlin was just doing a beautiful spiced chocolate cassava rum cake.
Yummy.
That sounds delicious, of course. You can get the ingredients sent to your phone. SMS the keyword Selati to 33728.
SMS the keyword Selati to 3...
Say it faster. Say
yeah,
it. Go. Say
yeah, SMS to that number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Selati to 33728, and then you will get the ingredients sent to your phone, and you'll automatically be entered into the draw to win yourself one of 5 Selati sugar hampers. There's a range of Selati sugar products in there.
You're so good.
Together
I
with
want
an
to be
apron.
just like you. You say that so well. Yeah, together with an apron.
Together with an apron. That's it. Anyway, Selati 2333728. As easy as that, man. It's too funny. Yeah.
As easy as that. Yeah.
It's as easy as that. Really is. And lots more to come with him after the break.
After the break.